Hello everyone, and welcome to Applied Library, a place where books are not just read but experienced, where ideas are not just understood but lived. Today's book is not just a book, it is a doorway into a deeper reality, a higher awareness, and a forgotten dimension of human potential. Today we explore Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda, a book that has quietly shaped minds, awakened hearts, and transformed the inner worlds of millions across generations. And in a time like ours, a time of noise, distraction, and constant outward seeking, this book feels less like an option and more like a necessity. Because it reminds us of something we have slowly forgotten. That the answers we search for are not out there. They are within. So take a deep breath, slow down, and let's begin. Every great journey begins with a question. Not a surface-level question, but a deep, restless, almost painful curiosity. For Paramahansa Yogananda, that question began in childhood. A longing not for success, not for wealth, but for truth. A truth that could not be taught in schools or found in books alone. A truth that had to be experienced. And this is where the story becomes personal. Because if you're listening right now, there's a good chance that same question lives within you. It may be quiet, buried under responsibilities, routines, distractions. But it's there. That subtle feeling that says, there must be more than this. Yogananda didn't ignore that voice. He followed it relentlessly. What makes this story powerful is not just what happened, but how he responded. Again and again he walked away from comfort, from expectations, from the ordinary path to follow something invisible, an inner pull, an intuitive knowing. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people feel that pull, but very few follow it. Because following it requires something rare. Trust. Trust in something you cannot yet see. Trust in something that cannot be proven. Trust in something beyond logic. And yet, every meaningful transformation begins exactly there. Eventually the search leads him to his guru, Sri Yukteswar, a moment that on the surface looks simple. But in reality, it changes everything. Because in this tradition, the guru is not just a teacher. The guru is a mirror, a guide, a force that dissolves illusion. And this relationship is one of the deepest teachings of the entire book, because it challenges something fundamental in modern thinking. The idea that we can do everything alone, that we can figure it all out by ourselves. But Yogananda's journey shows something different. It shows that growth, real growth, often requires surrender. Guidance, correction, and sometimes uncomfortable truth. Not control, but alignment. Life under a true teacher is not easy. It is not always peaceful. It is not always comfortable. Because transformation is not a gentle process. It is a process of breaking, unlearning, and rebuilding. The ego resists. The mind questions. The emotions react, but underneath all of that, something deeper begins to awaken. A stillness, a clarity, a presence. And this is where the book quietly shifts, from story to experience. As the journey unfolds, we begin to encounter things that challenge our understanding of reality. Stories of intuition, telepathy, miracles, states of consciousness beyond the ordinary. And at first, the mind may resist. It may doubt. It may try to rationalize. But the purpose of these stories is not to convince. It is to expand, to stretch the boundaries of what we believe is possible, to gently ask, what if reality is more flexible than we think? Because once that question enters the mind, everything changes. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is that spirituality is not blind belief. It is not faith without evidence. It is a form of science, an inner science, a repeatable experience, a method. And at the center of this method is meditation, not as relaxation but as realization, a tool to move beyond the surface of the mind and access deeper layers of awareness. This is where the teachings become practical, because it's no longer about what Yogananda experienced. It becomes about what you can experience. The book introduces a powerful technique known as Kriyayoga, but more important than the technique itself is what it represents. A shortcut, a direct path, a way to accelerate inner evolution. In a world obsessed with external progress, this is a reminder of something deeper, that the most important progress is internal. Because when the inside changes, the outside follows. Another beautiful layer of this story is the bridge it creates between worlds, between East and West, between spirituality and modern life. Yogananda's journey to America was not just travel. It was a mission to bring ancient wisdom into a modern context, to show that spirituality is not separate from life but deeply integrated into it, that you don't need to escape the world to find truth. You need to see it differently. At its core, this book is about one fundamental realization: that separation is an illusion. The separation between you and others, between you and the world, between you and the divine. And when that illusion begins to dissolve, something extraordinary happens. Fear weakens, attachment loosens, and a quiet sense of unity begins to emerge. Now, let's bring this back to the present moment, to your life, to our world. We live in a time of constant stimulation, endless information, relentless comparison, and a deep underlying restlessness. And despite all the progress, something feels missing. A sense of meaning, a sense of connection, a sense of inner peace. This is why this book matters today, because it doesn't offer more noise. It offers silence. It doesn't add complexity. It brings simplicity. It doesn't promise external success. It points toward internal freedom. If you take away everything else, everything from this book, let it be this: you are more than you think you are. Far more. Not in an abstract motivational way, but in a very real experiential sense. There are dimensions of your awareness that you have not yet explored, capabilities that you have not yet accessed, a depth that you have not yet touched. So the real question becomes, what will you do with this? Will it remain just another interesting idea, another book, another concept, another moment of inspiration that fades? Or will it become a starting point, a shift, a quiet turning inward? Because in the end, this is not just a story about one man. It is a mirror, a reflection, a reminder of what is possible for you. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, or whenever you find a quiet moment, just sit. No pressure, no expectation. Just observe, breathe, and listen. Because the journey you're searching for may already be waiting within you. Thank you for spending this time with Applied Library. If this episode resonated with you, take a moment to reflect and let it settle. And if you feel called to go deeper, this book will meet you exactly where you are. Until next time, keep reading, keep reflecting, and most importantly, keep exploring the library within. Thanks so much, and we will see you soon in next episode.